Reality check, man, from your device. You know, it's a unique one, aromatic, realistic TV. Anyway, today, my viewers and subscribers, I am here to address the PMP supporters. O'Neill, you say arrow switch. Arrow a JLP from long time. Anyway, the opposition leader suggests 50 million each for MPs in these disaster areas. The Prime Minister come and the Prime Minister said 10 million. 40 million less than what the opposition suggesting. So the question one have to ask yourself, what did the opposition saw that the Prime Minister did not, for the Prime Minister to take off 40 million of what the opposition leader suggested? And I didn't hear anybody stand up in the parliament and push back on that. And I said the opposition shows signs of weakness there. And I go on and said Andrew Holness was an excellent opposition leader because that's all he can do. The perfect example for you to see what I am talking about is the current devastation of Jamaica from Melissa, and the Prime Minister is leading from back. That no show you say this man was never a leader and this man cannot be a good leader. This man will always be an excellent opposition, and that's what he used to win the heart and mind and soul of the Jamaican people. Because he attacked the government when he was in opposition on behalf of the people where these matters or these things would have concerned the Jamaican people. And because me voice my opinion, you go say me switch. I am going to give you a homework for you to go and do some research and go look for Andrew Holness clippage them when he was in opposition. So O'Neill, now disrespect you. Can you never disrespect me? You say that arrow switch. The whole world and the globe know that a manly heights will never switch. So put the face to the text. Arrow switch. Look, I don't rank the opposition. It's them put them in. Let him deal with them. Switch all you want, Arrow. We know that you are JLP long time. Because I voiced my opinion. Said that I did not hear anything from the opposition regarding the Prime Minister 10 million to rebuild housing in different constituencies. And this because I say he was an excellent opposition, you say me switch. Anyway, next text from you again. Saying, if they stand up and you people say they are ignorant, what you want them to do? If you talk, the people them don't know what they need. Bro, in this time, the people them know what them need. The people them not have no roof over them head, them house gone. The people them not have nowhere to sleep. The baby them that sleep outside. Them not have no food. Some of them isolated, cut off from the rest of society. Enough of them are in the same position now as the day after the storm. They are in deplorable condition. They are depressed, unbearable. They don't know their next step or the next way out. So in this situation, they need strong representative. That's what they need, bro. Strong representative in this time. So when you go say me a labor right, because I stepped out and I said I did not see the pushback from the PMP, since in the beginning it was the leader of the opposition suggests that each member should get 50 million just to start. And the prime minister come and give them 10, 40 million less, and I didn't hear any pushback. Another comment, user, and listen what user stated in his comment. The opposition say 50 million each MP should get. That was the suggestion of the opposition. Right? So I want to address two things that user suggests. The opposition suggests 50 million. And then user also went back and he said, remember, they have to know how to talk in the house, cause the speaker will shut them up and turn off mic. User, the first question I'm going to ask you. We have 5 more years to go. So you are telling me that for the next 5 years, the opposition must walk in the parliament and walk on eggshell? That's what you are telling me. For the next 5 years, the opposition must walk in the House of Parliament and walk on eggshell because the speaker go turn off mic on them. That's what you are saying. Okay. That is your opinion. I'm not going to fight it down. That is your opinion. Right? The 50 million, what he suggests. And the prime minister come with 10. 40 million less. So when I say Andrew Holness is an excellent opposition, but Andrew Holness is never a good leader, and Andrew Holness will never be a good leader because Andrew Holness only can oppose. But when him get the country for run, we all see he run it down. Now, this is the perfect example to show that Andrew is incompetent at leading Jamaica. The history is there to show that he is a good opposition. Now, for example, look what he did to the ODPEM, ODPEM. In the middle of a crisis, him sacked the head of that independent body who have the technocrats and the know-how to deal with emergency situation such as these. He sacked the head of it and moved it into his office. All because of one reason. Because it is generating a lot of donation. And anything concern money, Andrew Holness must be in charge of it. So when we say this man is not a leader, he only can oppose. These are the things that you take, put 1 to 2, and come to your own conclusion. In the middle of a crisis, an independent agency that was there with the technocrats, they know how to deal with emergency situations such as this historical storm. Andrew only scrap the head of it and bring it now into the office of the prime minister. The man is not a leader. So we go back again The opposition leader suggested 50 million for each MPs. And this hour robbed me. The Prime Minister suggested 10 million. Remember, the opposition fly around the island. The Prime Minister fly around the island. The opposition says to start at least 50 million. The Prime Minister come in at the House of Parliament and suggest 10 million. Remember, the opposition can say as much as they want to say outside of Parliament. You don't get nothing passed outside of Parliament. But in the Parliament, that's when we are going to negotiate. Because we want to see what you see, what the opposition did not see, for you to come to that conclusion. So we only go get 10 million. Tell the Jamaican people, and that is where the debate starts. It is simple. Ask Andrew Holness a question. What did you saw that the opposition did not? For the opposition to make a suggestion of 50 million, but Andrew come with 10, 40 million less. What did he saw when he flew over the island? Different from what the opposition saw when them flew over the island. Come and tell the Jamaican people, because guess what? What we are witnessing with our eyes, you can't tell with nothing else, because that's the reality. This community is at ground zero, and 10 million at disrespect. So how is it aromatic switch? How is it aromatic switch? I'm just simply saying, if the opposition stated 50 million to start, the Prime Minister said 10, 40 million less. We are asking, what did the Prime Minister saw that the opposition did not? And if that's the case, and the opposition did not challenge it, that simply means we could say that means to say then the opposition, when they overbid the thing, or the opposition when they exaggerate for them to come up with 50 million. But the Prime Minister said 10. For you not to contest the Prime Minister, it seems like the Prime Minister 10 is okay. The Prime Minister 10 is all right. When the Prime Minister fly over Jamaica and his evaluation is fine. But what the opposition was saying, they was just exaggerating. And it is not. It is the opposite. Because we see Jamaica and these communities are at ground zero. So there is no way 10 million can help. Not even start. And we did not get up and challenge it. And people gonna say, if they say something, it's not gonna change. And if they don't, no, bro. You have to come and make your case to the Jamaican people. The reason why we say 50 million to start, and the 10 million why you suggest is garbage, is rubbish, it's nonsense, it's not getting anywhere. And we now work with it. You understand? And you are suggesting that the People's National Party must walk on eggshell. They have to know what they say in the House of Parliament, because Mike gonna turn off on them. So for the next 5 years that go on, sometimes you have to get radical. Sometimes you have to get radical to bring changes. If you sit down every day and a bully they thump you up and they kick you up, and every day you hang down your head and ball and walk and gone, that bully they go and kick you and beat you up for the rest of your life. Sometimes you have to get radical. Me not tell nobody if you go cuss or nobody. Sometimes you have to get radical. And you know, I talk about you know want to see people go cuss and all of that and rare. Me never tell nobody if you go cuss, brother. Almighty God give us all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But what are you going to do? Are you going to sit in there for the next 5 years and take all these disrespect from the bullies and don't try anything? That's what you are telling me that you want to see the opposition do in Parliament. for the next 5 years, just sit down in there so like some little puppy dog. And these people come and do anything what them feel like. That's what you are telling me. So they must go in, they go walk on eggshell. Them have to weigh them words before them talk. That's what you are telling me. Sometimes you have to be radical. Bro, I am a comrade. I am a manly heights. Who can stand up and say me not put on no band-aid for no sore. Me I try to go dress a sore because me no want it broke out for me. And that me I talk about right now. In this crisis that we the Jamaican people face, the opposition suggested that each MP in this affected area should get 50 million to start with. The Prime Minister come and said 10. Me and uno say listen me, that will never work. That a disrespect slapping at the face of the Jamaican people. I did not see the opposition stand up and defend that 50 million that they asked for to start with. They all sit down and listen and roll with the Prime Minister $10 million. So it's going to seems like the opposition was just exaggerated with that figure. But what the Prime Minister is saying with his 10 is fine because you did not say anything. You did not challenge it. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I did not like it. So you're going to say arrow switch. Switch where? Me no current, me no electricity. They switch me on and switch me off. Me no work them way there. But I am a youth for truth and right. Me stand up for equal rights and justice. Me no spare rod and spoil none child. We no bias in our thing. We go and tell you as it is. And some people cannot live with it. Most of you are tricking yourself in front of yourself. Most of you cannot deal with the reality. It no care what your party do. It is okay with you. Something not okay with me. In this time of crisis, we need leadership. Just don't need you to go make a video of somebody filming you talking in your community, showing us what is taking place on the ground. But when you reach into the parliament, you're not defending that stand that you take when you're making that video in your constituency. All I'm saying, you need to take a stand in the House of Parliament. And if the Parliament have to erupt, the Parliament have to erupt. There is a first in everything. That's all I'm saying. So don't mix up the matic in switch. And don't try to mix up the matic. Don't try to associate the matic with the Jamaica Labour Party. Never. It will never happen. Me no run them joke there. Me no run them joke there. Me and Labour right no plan peace line. Labour right over here, so me over here. So me tell you no every day. We no run them joke there, brother. But the only thing we go and call it out when we see it. Alright, that's what the thing said. The signature word, it never change. The matic say it remains. Heart of love. Until then, Uno and the man will chat again. Peace and love. The eye is out.